This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. In this video, I'll drive the rctestflight Snowcat with real Snowcats and compare it to other smaller ones. So let's start with the comparison. For my whole life, I've been wanting to get a Kyosho Blizzard. It's the only mass-produced RC Snowcat vehicle on the market, and I finally got one. But ironically, it's right after I've now developed my own better and more capable RC Snowcat. But that'll allow us to do a fun side-by-side comparison to see how they stack up.
Here it is. So cute. Let's give it a test.
The Blizzard actually performed very well in powdery snow, despite the fact that its tracks aren't as wide relative to the body as my Snowcat. This is probably because it's so lightweight, so it just floats on the surface of the snow. The snow here isn't the fluffiest powder in the world, but it's still pretty soft. The Blizzard has a plow on the front, which is kinda cool, but it's really not that practical for anything since the vehicle doesn't weigh enough to have enough traction to push anything more than a little bit of fluffy light powder. Still fun to play with though. Let's take a quick look at the build quality. It uses two little brushed motors, which is probably my biggest complaint. Not enough power to really tear it up. It uses a nickel metal hydride battery, and there's just a standard size servo in there that controls the plow. Almost all the components are injection molded plastic, which is good for keeping it lightweight and low cost, but it doesn't seem super durable, which is probably fine though considering that it doesn't really have enough power to destroy itself. It does have some suspension, which is cool, but the wheels don't even have bearings. It's just plastic rolling on a screw, so if you wanted to carry a heavier battery or FPV gear, it would probably wear out pretty fast. The tracks themselves are injection molded out of a flexible but not very stretchy plastic. Might be PVC or vinyl or something like that, I'm not sure. The tracks are very lightweight and flimsy, which is perfect for the scale kind of driving this thing is capable of, but probably wouldn't hold up too well for fast driving. Another interesting thing is that the drive axle is actually driven by a little chain. That allows them to move the gearbox back away from the front axle, which is nice because then you don't have a lump in the front where the drive gear sticks out. So this is actually the Blizzard 2.0. They've been making the older version for years, at least since 1998, maybe even older, I'm not sure. The first versions were nitro powered and used 2 disc brakes on a differential for steering. Pretty awesome. Even the electric versions after that still used one motor with a differential for steering, which is interesting. I think the new dual motor version is probably better, at least for efficiency. I really dislike how they have the radio set up. One stick controls each side of the track, which is how a lot of older tanks and Snowcats were set up, but it's really much less intuitive when you're driving an RC vehicle from a third-person perspective. You kinda have to relearn all the muscle memory, which is a pain. To make things even worse, the plow is controlled with the roll stick, which is just terrible. So how does the Kyosho Blizzard compare to the rctestflight Snowcat? Well, it definitely wins on the scale looks competition, and believe it or not, it definitely wins in the hill climb competition. Since it's so lightweight, it has a much easier time getting traction on soft snow and not getting stuck, as where my Snowcat weighs like 17.5 pounds dry with no battery or body, so it sinks in much more easily. The version you see here has a big heavy 10 amp hour 6-cell LiPo and a heavy body, so it's extra bad at going up steep hills. I think you could build a lighter weight version of the rctestflight Snowcat if you tried. It would probably be pretty comparable to the Blizzard, but this one here is not. My design takes the win when it comes to durability, utility, and power. It's just larger so it can hold much more payload, and at least the 600 kV motor version is way faster and more fun to drive than the Blizzard. Especially driving in deep powder snow is so much fun. I mean, look at that thing, it's freaking shreds. So that was my little side-by-side comparison of the two Snowcats. Now let's go have some fun with them. Look at this. Believe it or not, one is real and one is fake. I bet you can't even tell the difference. Just kidding, but it's pretty funny having both of them in the same frame. Okay, so now it's time for some FPV with the rctestflight Snowcat. There's some real Snowcats grooming up there, so I'm gonna go say hi, see if they get mad or if they like it. And off we go. Ah, I see one already. So this is a race. We're gonna see who's faster. And a security car just drove right by me. Hopefully he didn't see the Snowcat. Snowcat's going backwards. Oh, the security guard is turning around. Okay, I'm chasing the Snowcat. I think he's waving at me, but I can't really tell. It's bring your kid to work day. Oh, now he's drag racing me. He just floored it. No, come back. Oh, he's going so much faster now. This is the first time I've driven this version of the Snowcat on harder packed slushy snow. It's pretty warm today, it's about 40 degrees. Well, there's some skiers over to the left that I could go say hi to. Let me go off to the side here, just in case the Snowcat turns around and starts going down. For now, I'm just using the DJI FPV system for control and live video, but I'm sure in just a few years we'll all be using an internet connection to operate our drone vehicles. For that, you would definitely want a VPN to protect and encrypt your internet connection. I don't see any surfers or any sharks out there right now, but that doesn't mean that Surfshark VPN isn't relevant. When you're traveling, your online data and security can be extra vulnerable, and that's where Surfshark VPN can help. Surfshark keeps your online identity safe by encrypting all the data sent between your device and the internet. That keeps your personal data secure from big companies and cyber criminals. A VPN works by changing the real location of your device to a new one, and it changes your IP address, so you can virtually travel to any location in the world. Recently, I was traveling and had to send an international bank transfer to pay for parts for the Snowcat second to batch. Doing this from public Wi-Fi at an airport would be a really bad idea. But thanks to Surfshark, I was able to easily conceal my IP address, change the location of my connection, and safely order the parts. Surfshark also has their clean web feature that blocks ads, trackers, malware, and phishing attempts, allowing you to surf the web safely. Their platform does not monitor, track, or store what you do online. That means no connection or activity logs. Another great thing about Surfshark is that it allows you to access content and services blocked by one country, but available in another. Just switch the VPN to an IP address from the unblocked country, and boom, there you go, just like you got on a plane and flew there. To get Surfshark VPN, click on the link in the description and enter promo code rctestflight for 83% off and 3 extra months for free. Thanks again to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video. Now back to the Snowcat. We got a long ways to go to find snow. Okay, the skiers are over here. I'm gonna go say hi to them while the Snowcat is parked. Oh, there's a dog! Oh, that's so funny. The dog likes the Snowcat. Bye. Let's go follow the Snowcat again. So he definitely beat me in a drag race, but maybe I'll catch him on the downhill side of his grooming pass. Oh, there's the other Snowcat. It's over there. Oh, maybe I can go intercept it. Oh, they're calling the dog back again. I can hear them from here. Go, get. I got work to do. I gotta go see this other Snowcat. Ah, this is when I wish I had the 600 kV motors. Okay, I need to aim downhill. This guy's going fast. This guy's outrunning me. I don't think I can keep up. I'm going 8 kilometers per hour, 7 kilometers per hour. Come back! Oh, he's turning. What's he doing? I'm gonna try and run away. Okay, now we're racing. I thought he was gonna come plow me. Oh, he's going too fast. I can kind of feel myself side hill crabbing a little bit, kind of slipping sideways as I try and go diagonally. Okay, where's that other one now? That security guard is still just sitting there in his car. Oh, just barely going uphill now. Going 2 kilometers per hour. This is steep right here. Oh, I'm slipping. Oh, it's not going forward. Oh, just barely. Oh, it's sliding so much. I'm gonna put it in steering mode, which should give me some gyro stabilization now. I think that'll help me go up the hill. Okay, now I'm 500 meters away, and I don't see the other Snowcat. I wanna find it. Oh, I see the other one now. It's off to the side here. Oh yeah, I think I'm above him almost. He should come into view. Oh yeah, where is he? Oh, there he is. I can see him. Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna aim a little bit downhill, try and intercept him. Oh, this is awesome. Get back here. Oh yeah, sweet. Oh, he's going too fast though. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to catch that one, but I can go over here and get this other one. Oh, but he's already way over there. I'm gonna have to go down an angle. This guy's gonna outrun me too. Damn. Oh, I see my tracks now. Oh, he's turning, sweet. I can get another shot. Oh, he's waving! Yes! Oh, it's so good. I'll keep my distance. Get him! Oh my god, he waved. That made my day. I'll just follow this chairlift down and I'll maybe get him when he's coming back up. Oh, here's my tracks again. I was zigzagging all over the place. Oh, this is the steep part. Okay, I should be hauling ass now. I'm going 8 kilometers per hour. I'm descending 0.6 meters per second of altitude. Little wave. Okay, Snowcat time. I think they waved back. I think I saw smiles. Should I just have a showdown with this Snowcat? I should play chicken.
Oh, I almost hit the groomer. Whoops, got too close. That was my bad. They're so wide. Now I've got security pulling up.
Fine with you driving it, but don't get that close to the equipment.
Yeah, sorry. He knew what I was doing. He must have seen it up there. They're probably all on a radio together. Well, I'm actually really surprised that he was that cool and didn't just tell me to GTFO. Okay, well, that was enough for me. Mission successful. Now I gotta find myself. Where am I? Here I am. Home safe. That was awesome. I built it!
I was gonna say, it looks like it was literally homemade.
Yeah, it is homemade.
That's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah, so I got like wireless video, so I was just wearing goggles.
I could see the camera. I was like, he's got to be able to see where he's going somehow.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen your YouTube videos.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, testing out the new Snowcat.
Yeah, did I drive by you up there?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
oh yeah, you have the dog.
We're
Awesome.
trying to get the dog.
Yeah, I think I got some good shots of chasing him.
I bet, yeah.
So I've got the FPV Snowcat here, and I'm standing on top of a giant pile of snow that's at the top of a power line corridor. So I'm gonna drive FPV down that corridor and see how far I can go. First I've got to drive off of this iceberg. Let's go for it. Woohoo! Don't expect me to get back up it though. Okay, I'm gonna cruise over to the power line corridor now. Looks like there's some streams and stuff down here, so I have to be careful to avoid any ravines. Because this thing gets stuck pretty easily in deep powder. It would probably be beneficial for me to stay in these snowmobile tracks that are already here to avoid getting stuck. But driving in the powder is so much cooler. So I have full OSD in these goggles. Unfortunately, it's not shown in the video recording, so you can't see it, but it's showing me that I'm going 7 kilometers per hour. So far, I've gone 100 meters away. My battery voltage is at 24 volts, which is pretty much full, and my RC signal is 100%, so I should be able to go pretty far. These power lines probably don't affect the signal in a positive way, but we'll see. Woo, it's getting bumpy. Oh, this looks like it could be a problem. Oh, or not. No problem. I have a 10 amp hour 6-cell battery in this thing, which is pretty heavy, so it does not do as well in loose powder snow. So I'm a bit concerned about that, but it seems to be doing well so far. If I can make it up this hill, yep, no problem. Awesome. It's gonna suck if I have to walk all the way out there to rescue it. Fresh tracks. Yeehaw. Oh! Don't get stuck. Please don't get stuck. Go back and forward. Oh! Yes! Oh, just barely made that. Oh, my eyes are watering even though they're in goggles. Got some wind. Oh, wow, that was squirrely. Got some wind blowing up the hill here, so it's cold. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah, there we go. Oh, if I flip over, I'm gonna be so mad. Huh, my controller signal is starting to drop a little bit, so I must be losing line of sight when I go behind the little hills. I feel like I'm on the backside of a hill. My controller signal is not very strong, but it has not cut out yet. Oh, now my video is starting to get kind of blocky. Oh geez, oh geez, oh geez, oh geez. Whew, I'm starting to get sketched out. The battery's only down to 23.7 volts, so it's hardly dropped at all. Still going 7 kilometers an hour, and my distance is 560 meters away from here. Now I've descended 83 meters, so it's gonna be an uphill battle getting back. And some fresh pow, heck yeah. Back in the skin track, okay. 700 meters, we're pretty far out there. Some fresh snow to play in. Oh yeah. Okay, I might call it at that, because if I have to walk 1 kilometer to go get this thing, I'm gonna be pissed. So I'm gonna turn around and come home. Come on, baby. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, whew, that was close. I'm just gonna follow my tracks back now. If I breathe wrong, my goggles fog up. My fingers are starting to freeze too. Okay, trying to stay on the skin track, but it's kind of putting me at a weird angle. I'll pop up here and follow my track. Whoa, whoa, come on. Okay, woo, woo. We have a ravine. Full throttle, plow through it. Oh, oh, almost got stuck. That was close. Oh, come on, go, 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 go. Yes, okay. This is riveting. Battery's at 23.2 volts, so we're still doing. Oh, oh, fuck. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that's close. Okay, go, 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 go. Okay, whew. Oh, I almost got stuck there. Steep hill, steep hill, steep hill. Oh, okay. Whew. Oh, 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 come on, come on, come on, come on. See if I can get up here. Oh yeah. Oh no, that's water down there, or some sort of a stream bed. I gotta go. Oh, oh, geez. Oh, that was close to tipping over. Whew. Oh, uh-oh. This is no good. Rock it out. Come on. Whew. Oh, that was close. There we go. We're free. Okay, we're getting close. We're only 137 meters away. I think this last part is the steepest, so I gotta stay on the snowmobile track. Oh, getting stuck. Gotta go back. Oh, turn. Whoops, turning the wrong way. There we go. Okay. Come on. Yes. I hear it now. We've made it. Almost. Back to the powder field below the giant pile of snow. Do a little playing around in the powder. Go through these trees. Woo! Oh, this is pretty over here. Let's go explore. Wow, so beautiful. Let's go up this hill until I get stuck. Probably won't be long. Huh? Doing pretty well. Wow. Whoa. Now I'm in the woods. Oh, I don't want to get stuck in here. I'm gonna try and go back up my tracks now. Okay, let's see how far I can get up this hill. Probably not that far. It's a very steep hill. Oh, and that's that. There I am up there. Can you see me? I'll wave. Hello. Woo, so that was fun. Drove really far away. Oh, it's bright out here. Damn.